Anna, a high school student, is hired to pet sit a small dog, Toby, in an isolated house on the outskirts of town. As she enters, the house feels colder than expected, with Toby cowering by her legs. While Anna watches TV, she hears footsteps upstairs, although no one is supposed to be home. Toby growls at the stairs, his fur standing on end. Anna feels her heart racing as she listens closely, hoping it's just the house settling. Anna finally goes to check upstairs, only to see an open window that wasn't open before. She feels a cold hand brush against her shoulder, and Toby barks loudly at the empty space. Terrified, Anna and Toby flee the house and wait outside until the owners return. Ben, a college student, agrees to look after a cat named Midnight for a weekend. The house is old and filled with strange antiques. Midnight, a black cat, watches Ben constantly, making him feel uneasy. That night, Ben starts hearing whispers from the hallway. Midnight arches her back and hisses at the door. Ben listens closely, and the whispers grow louder, seeming to call his name. Ben feels something cold touch his hand, and he sees a shadowy figure in the hallway. Midnight lunges at the figure, which quickly disappears. Panicked, Ben decides to leave, taking Midnight with him. They spend the night in his car until the owners return. Lisa, a young woman in her 30s, is hired to watch Rocky, a friendly golden retriever, while the owners are away. The house is in a quiet suburban neighborhood. Rocky immediately begins acting strange, barking at empty corners. Later that night, Lisa catches sight of something moving in the mirror, dark shape looming over her shoulder. Rocky stands by her side, growling at the mirror. She quickly turns around, but no one is there. The next night, Lisa hears a voice call her name from the kitchen. She enters to find Rocky barking wildly, his eyes fixed on a shadow by the fridge. The shadow fades, but Lisa doesn't stay to find out more. She leaves, shaken, and tells the owners about Rocky's behavior. Jacob, a recent graduate, takes a job pet-sitting a parrot named Loki in a Victorian-style house. He notices one room has a locked door that the owners asked him not to open. Loki, however, keeps flying toward it and squawking. On the second night, Jacob hears scratching and knocking from behind the locked door. Loki flaps his wings wildly, screeching, as if warning him of danger. Jacob tries to ignore it, but the sounds continue all night. Jacob finally decides to open the door, finding a cold, empty room. Suddenly, he feels a heavy pressure on his chest, as if something invisible is pushing him out. Loki flies out of the room, screeching. Jacob stumbles out and locks the door, vowing never to return. TTG.